Hello Taurus, this is your weekly astrological and card forecast for the week starting October 10th, 2016. And of course this also applies to you Taurus rising and Taurus moon people. How are you? And hello. So, just a quick reminder for you guys, these weekly astrology horoscopes are meant to cover things that are more on the day-to-day. The big sweeping, seasonal shifts, those are always going to be covered in monthly astrology horoscopes. So if you are interested in those, I do have a monthly astrology playlist on the main page for all of October. So if you feel like something got missed or you're wondering what's going on there, I'm doing this on purpose this way so you're not getting repeats, unless there's something really big like a full moon or something. I'm probably not going to give you a repeat between one and the other because who needs that? So what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, we do have a lot of Mercury activity going on, and Mercury has recently moved into your 6th house of daily work, reputation, and physical health, and we have, Mercury kind of speeding up I guess you could say productivity, but also advancement opportunities and proliferating your reputation at this time, because what we are known for and how we are known and recognized is affected by the 6th house. It's also an area that does rule health and your, how you treat your physical health. And so this is a wonderful time for those of you who are trying to get a health concern under control. And in the beginning of this week on Tuesday, we've got Mercury and Jupiter coming together in your 6th house. And I feel like this is not so much about the health, but this is so much about the daily work and the daily reputation. This is going to be a very financially prolific week. And I think that what might be happening is that, early on in the week, we actually have an opportunity to kind of test drive an advancement opportunity for you. Okay, so we may actually get to kind of be put in a position where we are sampling a trial run of a promotion or maybe even a raise that is most likely going to manifest sometime as, in the very near future, but we're getting a big taste, kind of an appetizer of it this week. On Thursday, we've got Mars and Mercury in a bit of a clash together, okay, and Mercury is kind of the one doing it. That square is occurring between Mercury and Mars, between your 9th house of higher learning, higher education, as well as government legal proceedings, and again, that 6th house of reputation and daily work. And what I always kind of notice with Mercury and Mars clashing in a square, it's always talking about where we say too much, where too much comes out. And this might be a day where there could be some problems about accidentally oversharing or bringing out too much information that could actually create some hostility or a bit of a clash, either on the work or the education, possibly even on the legal front. If you've got a legal situation going on, TMI is a problem during this time. This is also a situation where TMI at work and TMI at school can also be compromising. So if you're not sure if a person is equipped to handle the information you are going to be giving them, they probably have no business having that information. Okay, just keep that in mind. Sometimes when these planets, square to one another, we just can't help but blurt everything out because we just need to get it off our chests. Really, time, place, and the right people are still important things to keep in mind. So what is going on with your cards for this week, Taurus? Well, we do have for your spiritual advice the card of the Initiate. And this actually talks about, I guess you could say, more of like an open-hearted need for a bit more radical trust in your life and in your space when it comes to the people that you keep near and dear. Because usually with the Initiate card, it's talking about being able to step into another person's world more frequently. And that might actually be something that you do need to do. If you have been in a situation where it kind of feels like your personal world has kind of closed in around you, maybe you've been feeling cut off from others, we don't know where we stand with certain folks, whether it's a family member, a lover, or maybe even, again, at the office, on the job. The Initiate card is basically saying, step out of your comfort zone right now. Walk in another person's world for a little bit. Find out what makes them tick. Be aware of, the benefits of being a guest in another person's world, and try not to focus so hard on how it fits into yours this week. You know, just kind of put that on the back burner and allow yourself to kind of, again, be a bit more fresh-faced in another person's reality, so to speak. You may actually find out that this is going to open a door that will stay open for you. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Ace of Swords upright. And this definitely does talk about go-aheads and rapid advancement. In fact, the Ace of Swords usually talks about a very, very strong victory and yes answer coming your way. If you have been looking for opportunities to find new work or to begin new work, stepping out of your comfort zone with that initiate card may actually show you where your resume and your education can take you a lot farther than, I guess you could say, common knowledge or proper channels would have you believe. In fact, with the Ace of Swords upright, we may actually have you getting hand-picked for something very, very special this week, and the opportunity to earn those brownie points and, again, cement a new routine in a higher position will be presented. So make sure that you allow yourself to have it. Don't let yourself get boxed in by self-imposed dogmas or externally imposed limitations. For your communications with air, when it comes to messages you get from friends and from relatives, we do have the Ten of Cups upright. This could actually be a really nice card for a lot of you because this always talks about a bit of a happily ever after card. And this does look like a great opportunity to actually settle a conflict or an ongoing trouble with a friend or a relative if you have been in a situation where a relationship like that has been strained lately. Maybe you're not connecting as closely with your BFF as you used to for whatever reason. I don't care what that reason is. It's a general forecast. I'm getting off to a flying start. Whatever that reason is, the Ten of Cups upright is basically saying, look, this is the opportunity to kind of get things back to the way they used to be when they were healthier. Now, obviously, we can never go back to the past. We can never go back to the way things were. That's not really how life works. But with the Ten of Cups upright, we are talking about actually healing a very tight bond that you've had for a very long time that has just become strained in recent months. And so I think that if you have been in a situation where you're looking forward to that or you're trying to find a way to take care of that, the opportunity, again, will present itself. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Three of Cups upright. And this is kind of an interesting challenge because the Three of Cups can talk about a need to pay attention to where, again, we've been distancing ourselves too much, Taurus. And sometimes we can do that on accident. You know, sometimes for a minute we pull ourselves out because we're doing self-care, and then kind of like getting addicted to a painkiller, we let the self-care kind of isolate us a bit too much. That could be a problem that's been going on. The Three of Cups as a challenge can also indicate a need to, again, maybe even be more open with friends and relatives. You know, maybe we've been keeping too many secrets, and now that's backfired, and now we feel like nobody understands us, but nobody knows what's going on. You know, the challenge with the Three of Cups is kind of like saying, where do we need to start letting more people in? You know, excuses aside, where do we need to start letting people in more? You know, because it's actually that time spent, especially that time spent kind of rebonding and regluing ourselves to folks. That is where we need to be putting our energy this week. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Eight of Cups inverted. Very interesting week indeed, because this card can talk about a trip down memory lane that could come from a blast from the past, possibly an old flame, an old crush, maybe even somebody that you used to date. And the Eight of Cups inverted is kind of interesting because it does talk about this person returning into your life to actually speak with you. But I'm looking at these cards, I'm not seeing this for negative reasons. This isn't somebody who's kind of like just wandering back into your life to cause more problems or vent their feelings or, you know, try and take you back to the past. You know, I feel like with the Eight of Cups inverted, though, this might be interesting because this person may not have actually ever dated you. You may have just liked each other and the timing was wrong. This may be actually somebody from childhood, somebody from your past, somebody that you used to, maybe you never had a chance with this person in the past. And that chance may be presenting itself during this time. For those of you who are currently coupled, even though you are currently coupled, still being able to kind of close old wounds that may not have necessarily been healed up properly from an ex or an old relationship will be on the table this week, because your partner can't heal those wounds for you anyway. Only you can. But maybe a good way for you to be able to work on that is to have that conversation about or with the person who was there when they were formed in the first place. Okay, it's all about precision this week and making sure that that we understand where these things come from. Now, obviously, you're the only one who can decide when and how to heal yourself, but I think that opportunity will come up whether you're looking for it or not, and it may be actually a pleasant surprise. So that is your forecast, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.